Hey y'all, hey. You didn't get much of the behind the scenes today, YouTube, because I was out here really you see the title. I woke up to some ish. I've been dealing with it. Um, and we're gonna talk about it on the show. We're gonna talk about it on the show. I wonder why it's always a one person that seems to be in here. Okay. On this YouTube, when I go live, there's always seems to be one person watching. Who is that? Who's that? Okay, and then they go away once I start going in there. So I don't know if it's just default someone on YouTube trying to see if it's me. I don't know. But I'm here. I'm, I'm sitting there doing all this. There we go. There we go. So in a minute, I'll be able to go. Let me see, what's this? No, I'm not doing the whole show like that. I'm not doing the whole show like that either. So they got different effects on Instagram that I could possibly do. So I could do the whole show in a black and white draw, like a sketch formation. I could. I really could. I didn't know you could do this. I don't know. Wacky Wednesday. I might do Wacky Wednesday. I'm not that. Oh, I'm just having so much fun with this thing. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me get on. I guess I chose that one. Y'all gonna get these sparkly effects. Come on in here, Instagram. Come on in here. How you doing? I do have a filter on my Instagram page for this morning chat. So let's get into it. Excuse me, I am eating. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm on screen now. I was looking like I meant to go and get my iron pills so that I can. Mm, mm. Okay. Let's get into it. Welcome to the morning chat where I tell you what's on my mind in the morning time. Hey, hey, how y'all doing? I hope y'all had a wonderful night's sleep. I, mm, My sleep was, I got up a couple of times to use the bathroom. I didn't sleep all the way through, but I damn near slept all the way through Creed 3. So I saw the beginning part and then I saw the ending part. I woke up and I saw the ending part, y'all. So until I can get me a camera crew or whatever streaming software, whatever, y'all gonna have to deal with me looking at one here, da 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 da. And I could lean back. Hold on. So when I'm talking, I'm looking like I'm talking to both of y'all, right? Well, no, yes, maybe, possibly. Anyway, Chad. Today's main topic is I woke up to some ish. Okay. I'm gonna say I woke up to some shit. Some shit. Okay. But not actual boo-boo or not like someone then called me and said this, but something happened that I didn't want it to happen the way it happened. But I'm going to tell you that at the end. We got to start off with morning announcements. Morning announcements is I'm reminding you that we're having a single and satisfied show going on 7:30 Sunday. I need you men to chime in. I'm gonna see if I can get I'm gonna see if I can get my brother and my sister-in-law, my brother and his wife. I don't really like calling her sister-in-law. She's a sister. She's my sister. She's been married to my brother for a long time. Okay, they ain't 16 years, but it's sure enough more than 10. Okay, they done made it past the 10 point, and I like for them to chime in on the message. The question to be asked for the single and satisfied will be, do you think how you were raised affected your dating therewith and where we're in your marital status? Okay. You want to be here on Instagram at 7:30. I'm going to see if I can get my brother to chime in or my sister to chime in on that, on the show. I might even try to get my little brother in Cali to talk to us about marriage. And I mean, because we were raised, all of us have been raised with a double parent home. Okay, we had two parents. We had a mother and a father. Okay, so we've experienced a quote unquote healthy marriage, real marriage. Not, it wasn't, my dad wasn't opening the door for her and all this stuff, but he was there. He was there and active in our lives. Okay, and active in our life. My dad, he would come to our games. He would come to our graduations. He was a part of who I am. I'm not going to cry. Okay. And yeah. But I'm also a product of a divorce. And I won't say a product of divorce because that sounds like I came out of divorce, but I experienced my mom separating from my biological father. So I had a father that chose to not stick it out, not even for his children's sake. He didn't get a divorce. Don't get it twisted. He didn't get a divorce, but he sure enough left us. Okay. He sure enough left us. And the story that my mama told me, right, he left us to be with his hoes. Okay. And I say hoes, that mean the women might not have been whores. Okay, but just might have been just women. He chose to go back to his single life. Okay, like he didn't have a wife and a child to take care of. He wanted to go around. He wanted an open relationship, and my mom didn't. Maybe that's a better way to say it. He wanted an open relationship, and my mom didn't. Now I don't know if my mom nagged him away, which I have a feeling she did not. I mean, but I'm pretty sure. I mean, because if my dad stayed until the day he died, and there was times where he wanted to leave, for real, for real, but he chose to stay for his children. You know what I'm saying? That tells me that he valued his family over what he desired to do for himself. And to me, that's what I saw. And that's what I found. Because I didn't know that he wanted to leave at the time that he left, that he wanted to leave. I found this out after he passed away and talking to my siblings. You know? I don't think he was going to ever be gone for long either. He was going to leave probably just to clear his hair. He was going to come back. I have no doubt in my mind, because that's the type of man he was. Okay? He didn't only take on a woman, but he took on her two children and loved them like they're his own. You understand me? So he wasn't going to be gone for long. I don't even think if the situation happened the way it was, but that's not the topic. I'm going into single and satisfied right there this morning. It's the morning chat. You want the rest of that? Come on in on single and satisfied. I'll tell you that. Okay? So please come in, chime in, make comments. I'm letting people in to tell us how they, maybe you were raised in a single family home, but you have a great relationship. Come, talk to us. How did you being raised in a single family home, single parent home, make the difference in what your relationships are now? Okay. Let's talk about it. I have my opinion, but I want to hear y'all's for real, for real. So let's have the discussion. So that is what it's going to be about. How did your upbringing affect your dating life and or your marital status? Okay, so that is announced. Be here, please. Okay, and yes, please. I'm gonna be saying this every morning chat until Sunday. I'll come on here on Saturday. We're having a morning chat. Don't forget my Sunday show. I'm gonna start sending out reminders today. All right. Anyway, so the next segment is the DoorDash Chronicles. I really don't have a really good DoorDash Chronicles aside from yesterday. I went out. I did not feel like going out. I didn't feel like driving yesterday. I was down in the dumps emotionally. But I pasted that smile on my face and got dressed and hit them streets, because them bills don't give a crap about you being depressed. Okay, so I went out there, I could have made more, but my depressed emotions. I guess I want to say that because I was feeling down, I had the blues. I ended up not going back out later on yesterday evening. I could have made way more than I've ever made on a Tuesday. Okay. But I didn't. I ended up staying home. I did get some things done though, and I'm so happy about that. So I'm happy about that, but I didn't go out. But I made a good. I made more than I have made on a Tuesday. That wasn't after a holiday weekend. Okay, I made the example of Memorial Day. And Memorial Day, the holiday lands on a Monday. Monday usually goes well because people are recovering. They then partied. Now they really don't feel like going out nowhere, to do anything, and they ordering in. That's what I suspect is the reason why it does. Mondays don't do so well after a holiday weekend. Now, mind you, this will be the first time that I've driven during the summer. I've done DoorDash during the summer, so summer, spring, it's different. People are much more benevolent during the holidays. Okay, so yeah, you like what you just eat? An apple turnover from Lidl's. Mm-hmm. Let me tell you something. I tried to get me an apple croissant from my happy place, the Cab Farmers Market. I love that place. I love that place. Just the variety. You can get almost everything there, but them apple croissants. Okay. I was seeing if I can get something. I want to get everything in one place. Them things was nasty. First of all, I'm gonna tell you right now. I haven't had anything from the Cab Farmers Market from the bakery that tasted good. I got a red velvet case and it tasted like health. He was like, "How's that bad? A red velvet cake should not be tasting like health. It tastes like they used some not sugar. Okay, they used not sugar in their cake. There's no sugar in it, none, zero zip. Okay, it just did not taste good to me. Ugh. It tasted like health. It tastes like I was eating a sponge with icing on top. Okay, not sweet, not. It was horrible. Okay, an edible sponge because it wasn't spongy, cake like that. It wasn't not like that, but it just tasted like health and it's booty. Okay, and I got that apple croissant and it was booty. Okay, so boo. So I got that from Lidl's. This tastes like I shouldn't be eating this so much. And I damn sure shouldn't be eating it in the morning. Okay, so that's what that is. So yeah, I did it. I made pretty good money. Nothing really aside from I found there's a lot more people that is wanting me to hand them the food as opposed to leaving it at their door. Um, honestly, it kind of it still is a little. It grinds my gears a little bit, but I get it, and I don't. If you're saying hand it to me, meet me at my car. Then why have me come all the way up there to knock on your door and hand it to you? But then on the other side, as I was saying that, God reminded me it was one time that I did a DoorDash and here comes the Chronicles. I knew if I kept talking, I'd come up with the Chronicles. There's one time I delivered to a young lady over here close to in East Atlanta. And she had the same instructions. Can you bring it to my door? And hand it to me or leave it at my door. And I was having difficulties getting into her building or something of that sort. It was something like that, either that or some apartment buildings, especially in a city, they don't allow you to go up into the building and to deliver it. Okay, they have a table set aside for them to come down and get it. You do not take it to their door. Okay, even though they want to. But this young lady, it wasn't that situation. I'm pretty sure it wasn't that. I was just having difficulties getting in her building, and I was going to ask her, "Can you bring it down? Because I can't get in. I don't know why, whatever." And either way, I end up getting in and getting it to her, and then I realized like, oh, and I left it at her door. At this time, they were saying leave it at the door. So she asked me to leave it at the door. I told her because she mentioned to me, I'm so glad you was able to get in because I'm a new mom, and I don't feel safe leaving my child because she has the new baby, so she really could not come all the way down, leave her, you know what I'm saying? Or she have to get the kid, wrap him up. You know how we have to do, to come down and get the food. She can't, and she didn't feel okay, especially as a new mom. We ain't trying to do nothing, nothing. Old moms or oldest, you know what I'm saying? We were like, I gotta do what I gotta do. I'm gonna go on down there. That baby be just fine up there. Long as I got my keys, I get in there. I'm just running down to get the food, and I'll be right back, baby. But new moms really ain't trying to do none of that stuff. So I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't judge these people who asked me to bring it to their door and hand it to them, because you don't know what they're in. I mean, what situation they're in, where if they can leave out of their building. You know what I'm saying? They might not be able to leave out of their building. So, or out of their apartment at the time because they have some things going on. So they need you to bring it to them. Okay. But they also live, or some places, the reason why they ask you to hand it to them is, especially if they live in a house in a not so safe neighborhood, can I say? Or they know they have animals, dogs that roam. Oh, that not that there's dogs that be roaming, but so that it won't be taken, or to assure that it's been delivered. I get it. I completely get it. Handed to me. Okay, give it to me. Don't leave it at my door, because you may leave it and it's the wrong place. Another thing is another chronicle is delivering to hospitals. Oh, so I had one time, I oftentimes deliver to Emory, because that's in my area. Emory, Piedmont, and what's else? There's Emory Hospital, Emory University, which is in Decatur, and then you got Emory Midtown, which is in Midtown, Atlanta. Okay. And when delivering to either a patient, not a patient, I have delivered to a patient though. I did. I have. I have. And trying to think. Was it Emory? It was like a DeKalb Emory, not the University Emory Hospital, but another one. I'm thinking it was Emory. I don't think we have a DeKalb Memorial Hospital. Whatever the situation is, child. I delivered to a hospital. This is going to just warm your heart, because it warms my heart when I realize it. And someone ordered, and they weren't even in town. They were like in South Carolina, North Carolina, and they was ordering a special smoothie that gives them energy and stuff like that, from a juice place here in I guess it still would be Midtown, Cabbagetown. I don't know what they call that area right off of Memorial. If y'all know it, put it in the comments. It's a juice place, and they had the wrong address. Now, because I'm a type of person who likes to complete my orders, And once I found out it was a cancer patient that was being, I was delivering to, I went even more harder to find this hospital. I didn't need to go, and it wasn't even a big order. The average DoorDasher wouldn't have went as far as I did to do it. But I was determined to deliver this juice to this patient, even more so because I had both my mom and my dad passed of cancers. You know what I'm saying? So, child, anything. So I finally find it. I'm asking people, and it was just the wrong campus. It was one that was not far from where we were, and I was able to deliver. I was even actually able to take it up to the room, and I prayed for her, and I talked to her mom a little bit, and I hope this young lady is doing better now. Um, I pray for the family. Matter of fact, right now in the name of Jesus, I pray for that patient. I can't even remember her name anymore. But I pray for that patient. You know who I'm talking about, Lord. I pray for their family, for the strength. And I pray for a miracle healing for her body. In the name of Jesus, amen. Anyway, so yeah, that was so gratifying. And and the lady wanted to tip me, and everybody wanted to tip me a little bit more for the extended service that I gave. But DoorDash didn't have tipping after the fact. Once you either tipped now, before you tip, you pre-tipped, okay, before you got your service, and rightfully so, because I didn't sit up there and wait for you to tip me to start up my car and navigate this crazy Atlanta traffic to get your food or your whatever item that you have being delivered through DoorDash. Okay, so yeah, do that for them. Tip your drivers. Okay, tip your drivers. Don't wait for it to see if they bring it to you the way you wanted it to be brought to you. Tip them because they got in their car and they using their vehicle. They're not using a DoorDash vehicle. They're using theirs. Okay, they're plastering a smile on their face. They're navigating this Atlanta traffic alone. Okay, to get your food to you. Okay. And if they don't, I want to take the tip back. She was rude. Okay, but did she get the food to you? Did you have to start up your car and go to the restaurant to get that food? No, you didn't. All right. Especially the ones of you that are ordering from Midtown, but you want me to deliver this food to, I mean, like Midtown, like Peachtree Street, Midtown. And you want to be delivered all the way out to Decatur? Okay. I'm pretty sure they tell you the mileage as how far this food is coming from. Tip them. Okay. Tip your drivers. But now, DoorDash have a feature now that you can tip your driver after the fact. That would have been helpful, DoorDash, 2 months ago. But it is what it is. So moving on. Ciao. So now that was the DoorDash Chronicles. The next is the short chat. Okay, the short chat, we're going to talk about 2 subjects that I'm definitely going to do a main topic on. First is gun laws. Everybody's talking about we need more gun laws. We need more gun laws. Who do you think that's going to affect? Do you think having more laws about guns is going to actually change or stop mass shootings? Do you think more gun laws restricting who can get a gun, when they can get a gun, how they get a gun, is going to affect how many gun deaths or deaths due to gunshot mass shootings? Do you think that's going to stop that? I don't. The only ones that's going to affect is the law-abiding citizen. Criminals are going to get them guns. People who want to bring harm and get a gun, even unless you ban like all of the United States, no one gets assault weapons, not even the military, not even the police. No one. We ban assault weapons here. Assault weapon like guns, like the AK-40, any gun that pushes out multiple bullets. You know what I'm saying? And I say assault weapons, anything could be an assault weapon. This microphone could be an assault weapon if I use it to assault you. It's an assault weapon. But what I mean is like the AK-47s, the multiple gun, you know what I'm saying? You could only have a handgun, a shotgun, a gun that only shoots one bullet at a time. Okay? You have to poo, 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 pew, pew. You know what I'm saying? I don't think, personally, it's going to affect the gun shootings. Those who want to get guns and want to shoot a whole lot of people is going to shoot a whole lot of people. Okay? Hey, girl, hey. They're going to shoot a lot of people. They're going to obtain those guns. Okay? Laws is just restricting those law-abiding citizens. Okay? It's called the black market, my niggas. Okay? Drugs is illegal, but guess what? People still on crack. Are they? Is crack still a thing? I mean, I'm sure it's still a thing, but is it like it used to be in the 80s? I think meth is the hip drug that people get now. And that's like heroin. People still do heroin? They do heroin? They ride the white horse? Do they still do that? I mean, you know, I mean, cocaine, people still, you know, some people still, but it's illegal, but people still get it. People still get it. It's called the black market. It's called illegally obtaining it. Duh. Will they get more time? Yeah, they can get more time, but it's still not going to deter a criminal. It's not going to deter a criminal. Changing the laws. All it's going to do, honestly, if you ask me, gun laws is only going to be flipped back on people that look like me. Black people. Brown people, African American. What are we calling ourselves now? Are we black? Are we African American? Are we Afro American? Are we just them niggas over there? I don't know. What are we? They changed our name. Did we approve of these things? They changed the names. I don't recall. Did we get a questionnaire to say what would you like to be called? Who did it? Anyway, that's not the topic, but I think gun laws isn't going to change mass shootings. Okay? Because you can't control, honestly, you could try to, and it fails. Just like the drug laws hasn't changed the fact that people still obtain drugs. And it's not deterring people from selling it. I said what I said. So, but I definitely want to go a little more into, do some research on gun laws and what people are really trying to change. What are they trying to do? Because it could, once I read about it and do the research, it was like, that might work. That might work. Okay, that might work. or even more so, or I will stand stronger, 10 toes down. It's gonna, if anything, it's gonna affect the law-abiding, number one, and two, Black people when it's time to lock somebody up. And he had an AR-13, AK-47 on top of that. So you was going to get 5 years, but because you had that AK-47, it's life. You know what I'm saying? It's going to fall back on us Black people. Okay. It's just going to fall back on us, where we're going to get longer sentences because the laws. Meanwhile, little Billy is, is getting mental health help because he couldn't possibly mean to do this mass shooting. Anyway, whatever. Child. Anyway, moving on. The next short tale, let me tell you, Freaknik documentary. Okay, I've heard about it coming out and everything. I was here for Freaknik. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you something right now. I ain't afraid of it coming out. I was here for Freaknik 1994. Yeah, the late 1900s. I was here. I was in college. I hadn't left and went back home yet. I was right here in Atlanta. Okay, but was I popping that coochie? No. I was hanging out with my New York friends. Okay, we didn't do that. Okay, we smoked a lot of weed. We went to all the parties. We drank. We rode. We met people. I can't speak for all the rest of the people, but I snubbed my nose at the hoes that was sitting up there walking around in the streets of Atlanta with a bikini on. I'm like, why would you do that? This ain't nobody's beach up in here. What are you doing? But I had a good time. I had a time then. You ain't gonna find me on that video. I don't have no problem. And if you do, it's gonna be me hanging out the window like, hey, and I didn't do that. I don't recall ever hanging out of, you know how they were sitting in the window of the car and they like, I wasn't even like that. Okay. But where we say, hey, what's up, blah, blah. Did my family from Florida and all over the place come down? Yes, we had a good time. Did we go to the party? Did we smoke some weed? Yeah, damn right we did. And was we in the party? Yes, yes. Did we experience the party on 285 or was it 85? It was whatever. Where we couldn't, they was trying to deter us away from the downtown area. And you say, well, you won't let us off on this? Guess what we gonna do? Park the car on the flipping highway and have the party right here. And I think that was the fun of it. When it got out of control is when we had these hoes out in the street. I'll be honest with you. We got young men, young ladies, hormones all over the place. What you think was gonna happen? I heard about the inappropriate situations that happened, but I was never a part of it. But I had a time that it was so much fun. It was it was, when I say it was fun, is because you had people that was coming from everywhere. There was parties everywhere. And if you couldn't make it in, that's how we end up in the streets and cruising and, oh, we can't get in the club? No problem. We're going to be parking lot pimping out here. We was just hanging out and enjoying the music and people's cars cruising, fresh to death like $1 million. And I'm going to tell you what I always managed to be able to rent a car at 18, 19. No, I was like more like 19, 20 when I was renting a car. I always found a vehicle. Always. So that I could be out there cruising. It'll be fly. I don't know. I'm blessed like that, I guess. But child, Freaknik was freaknicking. Y'all try to bring it back. You can't bring it back. You can't take it to Florida. Okay, and let me get something straight. Let me get something straight. Okay, let me tell y'all. Some of y'all younger folks that's like 10 years my junior, y'all's like, oh, and then they took it down. No, bitch. They been had Black Bike Week. Okay, down in Florida. Okay. Florida was the spring break capital of the Southeast. Okay. You go to Daytona Beach. I went down there for Black Bike Week in what 93, 90, 94. I mean, just I was partying up in 94. Okay. I went down there. It was the same thing. So no, Black Bike Week or Freaknik in Florida. Maybe they tried to rename it to Freaknik 94 since Atlanta don't want us. Let's go down to Florida. But no, ain't nothing gonna ever be like Freaknik in Atlanta. Nothing. You can't do it. Stop trying to make it happen. Okay. You see it didn't work in Florida. Okay. Because they would still be having it. You you had to be there. You just flipping had to be there. And not everybody was stripping on the top of the car. Not everybody was sitting up here grabbing booties. Okay. All the women weren't sucking dick, none of that. Nah, nigga. No. And not all the men, young men out there, because I never experienced, no one touched me inappropriately. No one treated me inappropriately. And it may be because of who I was around. You know what I'm saying? We had respectable Black men from New York. You know what I'm saying? They didn't do that to us. Well, then again, I mean, the guys that we hung around, they were, they just didn't do that to us. So don't get it twisted. Yeah, it was some real crazy shit, and I saw a lot of crazy shit. Okay, like kids being down there. How you have your daughter at 5, Papa, tweaking, twerking on top of the car. That's not cute. Yeah, I didn't like that shit. Okay. And they're doing this, and I ain't seen not $1 being. So, yes, this Freaknik was perfect for a young man. But you got me, I'm not going to be sitting up there. I'm a cold Capricorn out in these streets. Okay? I'm not popping nothing. Okay? To put money, unless you paying me at least. You're going to have to give me some change for me to do something strange, nigga. Okay. Sorry. Bleep that out. I shouldn't have said that word. I think Instagram has, because I said the N word. Anyway, I could go into a short chat about the N word and how I feel like it's a bunch of who, unless it's from a Black person or older Black person, it's like, I don't like that word because of where, you know what I'm saying? Anybody outside of that, y'all can kiss my grits. Okay? Anyway, you gonna is Instagram, YouTube gonna block me or flag me for saying a peckerwood or a cracker ass cracker? I'll get dinged for the ass before I get dinged for calling somebody a cracker. Leaving that subject. So let's get into the main topic. I said I woke up to some shit. When I say I woke up to some shit, I woke up to something happening that I didn't want to happen. The way it happened. Like I was going to pay my car insurance, but it came in. I had just enough in there in my bank account to cover my car payment. Okay. And completely forgot about my insurance, which is going to affect whenever my car payment decides to make its way to my bank account. Okay. Mind you, I just want to, before I go any further, I want to let you know that I'm not saying this because I want any sympathy, or I'm not asking for anyone to do anything. I'm just telling you, it's the morning chat where I tell you what's on my mind in the morning time. And I was pissed. Okay. I was pissed. That money that I had in that account was for my car payment, not my insurance. But, it didn't happen the way I wanted it to happen. Now I'm like, what am I going to do? Okay. Because my car is the way I make money right now. Okay. Because I'm not making money doing this. I'm doing this because it's kind of a little bit of therapeutic. I have something that, and maybe me going through this and telling y'all this, or going, something that I hit on may help you. You know what I'm saying? Because this is real life. This is life. And I pride myself on being authentic on these streets, on these YouTube, except for this filter that looks like it's snowing. It's not. Okay. But being authentic and being real. And this happens. I'm like, what the hell am I going to do? I called my bank to try to challenge the payment, but I couldn't. I had no grounds to stand on. Now, which led me to thinking about how being raised as an upstanding citizen kind of, I feel like it kind of is preventing me from being what I want, or being in the position I want. Because when you think about it, every very wealthy person, at least in the United States of America, I cannot talk about any other country. Any billionaire, hell, a millionaire, did something illegal before they got to that part. And there's something about them doing that gave them the cleverness to achieve where they want to be. What my goal is to be a millionaire, a billionaire, a quadrillionaire. To be honest with you, I just want to get to a point where I'm not worried. I'm not sitting up here working to pay bills. Like I'm working, I'm doing the business that lights me up, like doing my candles or my content, and not have to worry about paying my rent and paying my car note and doing all this stuff. Okay. I don't DoorDash because I love delivering food. Okay. I do it because it pays the bills. Okay. I would rather be here and be able to give y'all a good hour, which I almost did, or two if I wanted to fully flesh out some of the questions and what I'm talking about and all that stuff, bring people in. I'd much rather be doing that than trying to hurry up and get up off of, how you doing, Reggie? Then trying to get up off of, trying to get off of here so that I can go and make some money. I'd much rather be doing that, and then the next thing making my candles, and the next thing making some of these ideas. I have ideas for days. You don't even know. I have multiple YouTube pages where I'm doing different things. I have a book review. Hell, I do tarot card readings and cartomancy. You know what I'm saying? I have all these things and none of them are bringing me money because I can't really focus on that because I'm trying to pay these bills. I'm trying to not get evicted. I'm trying not to lose my car, and yes, I'm not complaining because I had a job. I was working at a law firm. Okay, but I was tired of acquiescing to what someone else says my value is. Okay, just taking this job, when I started that job, I have 20 years of legal experience. When I worked at that, I started working temp. Do you know they paid me $10.50 fucking cents an hour? Beacon Hill. Fuck them. Okay? Because, and I promise you, I don't have proof, but I bet money it was because I was black. Because when they first told me about the job, it was $11, which I still think is bullshit for 20 years of legal experience. Okay? But I took it because I needed financial stability at the time. And then when I thought, after working temp for a year, they offered me the job, $35,000 a year. It's poverty. And I promise you, it was because I'm black. Period. No one can tell me any different. It's because I'm black. And all I want to do is not have to, you telling me that I'm only worth 30,000, 20 years of experience in legal administration. I've done paralegal studies. I have a paralegal certificate, nigga. Now, it's not from Yale. It is from a community college, but I completed the course. Do you think that I even got paid? I have never been paid over 42. I think this last job was 42,000. Okay. I was love bombed into believing that I was going to be in a leadership role, only for it to be snatched away from me to give to a white girl. And I bet money she has the only legal experience this bitch had was at the law firm that we were working at. She was there longer than me, granted. She was there longer than I was. I don't know how much longer, okay? But she was there longer. And do you know what my manager said it was? It was the reason why she gave her the position instead of me, because she has more of what I have. I mean, what I want for as a lead. Okay, great. So you would think, because I still feel like you're a leader, you should apprentice on her, and so you know what I'm looking for. You think the bitch did that? No. And then smiled in my face and said, but you're doing a great job. How the fuck am I doing a great job? If you just took my position and gave it to a bitch that don't have any legal experience like I have. Mm-hmm. And the sad part about it is they're probably not going to fail because they're two white girls in the South, run by a white man. Okay? And word on the street, I won't tell you who I heard this from, is my manager wasn't even qualified to be my manager, bitch. Now, I know for a fact my manager don't have no legal background. She didn't go to school for legal shit. She didn't go to school for management. She had no managerial experience at all. Matter of fact, word on the street is the bitch that was managing me. Her position prior to this was assisting a partner. She was an executive assistant, and she didn't do shit but plan office parties and events, which is one of her degrees. Now I give it to her. She has multiple degrees, according to her. I don't know. I didn't do her research, but I believe it. I'm not going to take away that she's intelligent. Okay. But she's also racist and trying to act like she wasn't. All I can say, I'm just saying, if anybody on here sees this later that still work with her, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Every single person that was let go by that manager was black. Every single one of them. Every single one of them. And she has a token, if she's still there. I don't know. Maybe she'd have caught on. Maybe she caught on. But every single one of them was black. And she has a token friend to say, see, I'm not black. I see her. But she still didn't give her any position above what she was. And she did racist things against her. But it's hard to prove racism. But she was racist. And I think she doesn't want to be racist because she was trying real hard to hide her racism, child. But her slip was showing. But I didn't leave saying, I'm leaving because y'all racist law firm. Because the law firm to me wasn't racist. Okay? The law firm in of itself was not. Okay? But that manager? Hell yeah. I love the firm outside of what happened. You know what I'm saying? I love the law firm was great. It was great, yo. Yes. The only thing I would say is I would have loved to see an attorney that looked like me. They had Latinos and Latinas. Oh no, we did have an attorney that looked like me and she was beautiful, but she was never a partner. No. All of those were white men or women. White. Not a senior attorney. Now, it might have changed by now, but I'm not saying it's the law firm at all. It isn't. Actually, I'm trying to see, did I see any managers that were black that wasn't in human resources? Because we have our human resources was black, all of them, everybody. Okay, everybody from the lead human resources manager to her assistant to an assistant's assistant, child, they all was black, beautiful black women too. I love y'all. Okay, and I think that's the only reason that I pretty much got in there, to be honest with you. But we got some wonderful Latinos and Indians. This is so diverse there. It was beautiful having all those different cultures. Oh, I love it. But that manager, oh, she was racist. And the sad part is that I don't even think she knew she was. Unless she did, because she was trying to hide it. But I was trying to get out of that. I'm tired, especially the stupidest part is I moved down here. I did it. I moved down to the South to try. No, I moved down here to try to get the house that my dad promised me, and it didn't work out. We ain't gonna talk about that. Not my dad. I'm sorry, my father. The difference. My dad is not the same as my father. My father, thought I was going to get a house. It didn't work out that way. It didn't work out because I could say some of it was me, but also some of it was him. But who cares? That's not what it is. But I came down here in hopes to have a house and possibly get my son out of the DC. You know what I'm saying? I think I should have stayed. If I could go back, and I don't like going back, so I'm not going back. But I think that really, I probably had a little more progress if I'd have stayed in DC. You know what I'm saying? If I'd have stayed in DC, I said that like that was a whole word, DC. If I'd have stayed in DC, in the District of Columbia, Okay, if I'd have stayed there, I'd probably been further in my career, but and then moved down when I was further. Like, look, I got this under my belt. Okay, I think I would have been further, and then moved down here. That might have been better. But where I was in my career, I was still in the beginning parts of my career. Okay, and moved down here to stagnated me, and I can't seem to leave. Atlanta got this in me, got this hooks in me. I love and hate this place at the same time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I'm running into some ish. I woke up to a bill being paid and possibly may lose my car. But I don't think I am. I'm just gonna get my ass out here and work my ass off. And I'm gonna call my car place, the place where I'm paying my car loan, is beg for more time. Please, just give me some more time. We're not even talking about this is the last week of April, so this is also rent week. I need to be pushing for my rent, but I'm still trying to pay my car note. So I don't know how God's gonna do it, but the devil tapped me on the shoulder this morning to stress me out. And guess what I'm gonna do? Not. I started to stress, but you know what? God loves me. He has never failed me yet. In spite of the bullshit, that's the only way I can say it. Please forgive me if you don't like cussing. But in spite of the bullshit, God ain't never failed me. He ain't never failed me. So let's see what's going to happen. Either I'm going to be calling you, or I'm going to come up on here, send or on the side of the road. Well, that's a wrap. Guess what? I can put all my time in you now because I can't DoorDash. And maybe I made a bad decision by leaving my job, but I don't think so. I don't think so, man. I don't think so. I would have never known if I could do it if I didn't do it. So it's part of life. This is life. You know what I'm saying? And God never failed me yet, even when I caused it, even when I sabotaged myself. He's always been there for me. And I can't not believe that. You know what I'm saying? It's like I have to, as much as I want to give up, y'all, I want to give up. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I'd be like, sometimes it'd be better if I just wasn't here. Can I just come home, Jesus? And he's like, no, stay down here. I did a reel. Go through my profile if you see it on Instagram. Y'all on YouTube. I don't think I put it on here. But I did a reel where it's like, you got me down here. Where I'm having this conversation. Trust me, I had that conversation again with God. Like I got me on the front lines like I'm some cyclops or something. You know what I'm saying? That's where you got me messed up. I am not a warrior. Okay. Hello. I am not a warrior out in these streets, Jesus. Please take this burden off of me. Can I just, he said, can I just do my content as I'm doing my content? Because I was about to say, then I promise you, the Holy Spirit said, you're doing the content. Yeah, but I ain't getting paid from it. I want to be able to do this and then come up with my new ideas for the next one. And I want to do my candles. I want to be vending my candles, going to these wonderful events that are coming up and setting up my table in my tent with all my beautiful candles out there. I have so much ideas, but I've been so busy trying to work to pay the bills. I can't do it. Or at least I feel like I can't do it. Well, I definitely can't get the product. I mean, the materials I need to make my candles because all the money I'm making is going to a bill. So, I mean, a sister need to come up. But, I mean, there's hope. I reached out to someone a company. I'm hoping this lends into a sponsorship so that we could collab or something. Oh, that would be such a freaking blessing. Like they give me a little something, so at least I can pay my car note. You know what I'm saying? I can pay my car note, or at least if this gets taken, I can get another one or something like that, so I can continue making money or whatever. I don't know if this is, and then what's the door you open? God, because I can't, because if I go out there stressing and trying to make things work, it will fail. I know this. I've been through this too many times. Okay, trust me. I already know. Going out there and doing something stupid like getting a loan or doing something strange for a piece of change. I'm on that verge. Every month, I'm on the strange for a piece of change. Now, if you see Auntie Akara on OnlyFans, you know I've gotten to that point. Okay. If you go to the Claremont Hotel here in Atlanta and you see me with something on my nipples, or fire flames for my nipples, and nigga, I had to do something strange for a piece of change. I can't lose my car and my apartment. You know? But I know something's going to work out. God always does. He always do what he do. Maybe he'll give me the right person to ask for help, but it is what it is. All right, y'all. I did an hour and 6 minutes here. That's all I got for y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow, and I'll give you the update on what happened. Okay. I'll give y'all an update on that, child. So, with that being said, y'all have a good one. Keep your auntie in prayer over here. Okay, keep your auntie in prayer, and tell a friend, tell a kid. I'm here on Monday through Friday, 8:30 to whenever I get off. Okay, 8:30 to whenever I get off. And definitely show up for that single and satisfied. I expect it to be really good. Again, the question is going to be: do you believe how you were raised affected your dating, and therefore and wherewith? And I say that because I don't know the exact word I want to say. In your marital status. Okay, hopefully I'll have some men on here, some married people. Just because it's single and satisfied, please chime in. You weren't always married. I mean, I know y'all it seemed like it, but you were single at once. You had single problems, single woman, single man problems. Chime in. Tell us. For those of us who want to get married, tell us what you do. Did you do a Sierra prayer? Okay. Here on Instagram, please show up on that. Please. I'm looking forward to that conversation. 7:30 Sunday. Be here. Have your drinks ready. Have your questions ready. Okay. That's it. Now y'all go on now. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye now.